Geminis, hello and welcome to your love readings for the month of February 2025. Thank you for being here with me. My name is Coco, and before we get into the readings, I would just like to clarify that this is a general reading. It is not a one-to-one private reading, and if that is something you are interested in, you can go down to the description box below and click the link to my website where you can book a private virtual reading with me. And also, before we get into the readings, this video is split into two readings. The first reading is for those of you who are in romantic relationships, situationships, connected to a person romantically in any way, shape, or form. Then the second reading is for those of you who are currently single. So both readings are timestamped. So not only can you jump over to the reading that applies to you in the time bar, but you can scroll down to the description box and see the minute where your reading begins. So I will see you at whichever reading applies to you. Okay, Geminis, if you are here, that means that you are currently in a relationship or somehow romantically connected to a person in a situationship, whatever it may be. Now, I've already gone ahead and pulled your cards because there's so many cards in this spread. I just feel like it would have been boring for me to pull them and for you to watch. You would have skipped over it. So why not just get right into it here? Now we're going to move into some broader themes, into the details and the nitty-gritty as we move through the reading. Right now, what's currently happening for you in your relationship or situationship is a lot. I'm going to be honest. There are a lot of cards that came out for you, and I'm going to start with these two cards. You've got the orphaned card and not for you. This relationship, it doesn't feel like it's working out. It just does not feel like it's working out right now, Gemini. And you might have experienced some tough lessons in this relationship as it entails with your self-esteem, self-worth, your sense of belonging. You might have felt like this person kind of brought you down, or they just kind of were not somebody who built you up. It might just feel like what's currently happening in the relationship is upsetting you, and because of it, you feel orphaned. You feel, I don't know, like some betrayal might have occurred, or you might feel like there are secrets being kept. I do feel like there are some things not being said by your person in this relationship, and you are picking up on it. You're certainly sensing it. This person, it's like a bird person in this card. I'm not sure if you can see the image, and they're kept alone in a bird nest. So it's this sense of not really being able to fly yet, feeling like everybody else has left the nest and you're still here and you've been left alone. So you might feel like really energetically depleted at this moment. And you've also got the Y card. You're here trying to understand this on a deeper level. You're trying to understand the lessons here for you. You're also trying to understand what the hell is happening. I feel like with this person who is keeping things hidden or not telling the whole truth here, you are trying to get to the bottom of it. And you've also got the clean it up card. You're trying to understand what it is that's going on with them on their side of the street. You're also trying to fix up your side of the street. You're trying to say, is there something that I did? Is there something that I can fix here? I don't feel like this is about you. I feel like this is about the course of your relationship, just with the cards that have come out here. It feels like the relationship has run its course. I'm going to be completely honest at this moment. That is the energy here for you. Your lessons are number 40 and 31, keeper of innocence and keeper of focus. The numbers 31 and 4 are coming up here quite a bit. And I will say the number 3 as well. So 3 could be an important number for you. You might be seeing 333. You might be seeing the number 31 everywhere. You might be 31. You might be seeing the number 4 a lot. I just want to say that those can show up as angel numbers and can show up as confirmation in my readings as well. This lesson for you right now is to, first of all, be very gentle with yourself and understand that love can dissolve anything unlike itself. There's a need for self-forgiveness here. How can you be more gentle with yourself? How can you be more compassionate and patient with yourself at this moment? How can you almost nurture yourself as if you were a child again? How can you nurture that side of you? And I feel like that really needs nurturing right now with this orphan card. Something's going on here that's making you feel really just upset. And the lesson here is for you to learn how to help yourself. And the Keeper of Focus too. The Keeper of Focus tells us and warns us about when our perspectives are too limited. The Keeper of Focus shows up when somebody is just focused, like tunnel vision on something. And this is even about your way of thinking about a situation. So for example, if something has recently happened in your relationship, maybe you're blaming yourself. You're saying, why did I have to say that? Why did I have to make them mad? Why did I do this, that, and the third? I'm not pretty enough. I'm not this, that, and the third enough. You know, you're blaming yourself. That's a limited perspective. And the Keeper of Focus says, this lesson here for you is to widen your perspective, to widen your understanding. Seeing things from a more objective, perhaps, eye. And I see that you are trying to do that with this Y card. You're trying to understand things on a deeper level. And the Keeper of Focus is encouraging you to do that. Take off that limited little telescope. Take it off. You don't need it anymore. Try to see things from a different perspective. Try to see, well, maybe what did they do that contributed to this argument? What did they do? What has just happened in our relationship naturally, organically, that has contributed to the argument? Is this for my greatest good? Is this the best thing I want for my future? You know, you have to take on a different, more comprehensive eye at the moment. And what your guides want you to add a bit more of into the relationship right now is the Sound card. This card is all about reading between the lines of what people say to us and what they don't say to us. You can see on the bell, there's a bat. And bats have sonic hearing. And they're very good listeners. And of course, the bell is here. You know, when we hear a bell, it's very loud. There is a need for really active listening on your part right now. Really try to distinguish what this person is saying to you. If they are trying to apologize, do you hear a sorry in the apology? If they are trying to come to you and explain what's going on to them, are you blocking them out? Are you only hearing little bits and pieces of what you want to hear? So you'll want to think about that as you move forward. Now, I'm going to start off with your energies here, Gemini. You're showing up as the Fool card. It feels like you are trying to talk this out. You're trying to work this out for yourself. Ultimately, I feel like you're kind of done with this person or this situation. The Fool is looking for something new, and the Fool struggles with really hearing the tough stuff. The Fool can just dive into things without the caution of somebody wise. So right now, that's how you are. You're really diving into things. You might not be very cautious at the moment. You might not be really thinking things totally through. You might just be kind of impulsive, saying, you know what, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to do what makes me happy. On the other hand, and in tandem with that too, you could be feeling this and this other energy. You are kind of fed up and you're saying, you know what, it's done here. I'm moving on to something new and something better. I can't really keep up with this facade. I can't keep up with all of this drama. Because you do see this person as someone who brings drama. I'll get into that in just a moment. Your intentions here are the World card. And that's why I'm saying with this Fool card what I'm saying. The World card is the very last card. The World is completion. It's the ending of a cycle. It's like a chapter closing. The Fool is a new chapter opening up. Okay? This is the very last card of the Major Arcana, the very first one of the Major Arcana. So you're trying to wrap this up. This is a cycle. Maybe you have been on this journey with this person before. Maybe you have had a similar relationship in the past with somebody like this person. Whatever is going on, you are closing the book. And it feels like you are realizing any toxic cycles that you have with this person, any repetition, you're calling it out. And it doesn't feel good. It does not feel good at all. But you're still trying to be aware of it. You see this person as the High Priestess and the Five of Wands. First of all, the High Priestess keeps secrets. She is very secretive. She does not say what she is thinking. She is almost like an illusory person. So you see this person as somebody who might be very intriguing, very alluring. Someone who is quite quiet, reserved, doesn't really say what's on their mind all the time. The Five of Wands here tells me that you think that they bring conflict. They bring drama. They bring conflicted feelings inside of you. You could be feeling conflicted about them. Overall, what they are keeping from you, I feel like you see them as somebody who is keeping something to themselves. You don't see them as very upfront, and it's causing conflict in the relationship, or it's causing conflicted feelings inside of you saying, well, they tell me that they're being honest with me and they tell me that they're telling me the truth, but why do I feel like they're not? It's that kind of vibe. The Eight of Swords is here in your obstacles in this relationship right now. This is a stuck energy, and it's somebody who is stuck in a place in their mind. It's this loop. They're playing a loop in their mind, and they are telling themselves bad things. They're stuck in a negative, toxic cycle. They are trapping themselves. This is your challenge right now, to break out of this. To break out of this mental prison. I don't know what's keeping you here. And your advice is actually to make a decision. I mean, you can't make it up. These cards that came out, yeah, they're very, very strong. You've got a lot of major arcana in this reading that tells me that this is very significant for you. This whole situation is significant for this other person. You've got the Judgment card and the Six of Swords in your advice. Judgment wants you to make a decision. Judgment says, listen, whether or not you are ready, judgment is coming. The decision is here. The facts are here. You need to make a swift choice. And your guides want you to make the choice to move away. Six of Swords. Your guides want you to move from drama and conflict into peace, into calm. That's the Six of Swords energy. The Six of Swords is somebody who just went through a fight with the Five of Swords. You could feel like you just had a really bad fight with your partner. Oh, my dog's here for the reading now. You could feel like this person stabbed you in the back, like they're manipulative. And the Six of Swords is saying, move away from it, move on from it. You can heal from it later. Just get away. And Judgment's like coming down, striking you with lightning. Like, yep, it's karmic. It's here to tell you to get a move on. And I want to say before moving on that I am not the kind of tarot reader who tells people to break up with their partners. That's not what I do, and it's not common for me at all. I'm just reading the current energies here, and I'm telling you what your advice is. So, of course, take what resonates, leave what does not. And really, if you're feeling like, okay, wait, I don't want to break up with my partner. I don't feel like this is what's happening for me. then just leave this reading behind and do consider checking out the readings for your moon and rising zodiac signs. Those may resonate more. Okay, so now let's get into your person's energy. They've got the moon card. This is why I really know here that they are hiding something from you. They are hiding feelings about you, maybe about another person. They definitely have feelings here for somebody. It could be feelings for you or another person, I don't know, but it's like an illusion. They're showing up telling you one thing and then doing another. They're showing up as somebody who they are not. That is the moon card. And they're using like a guise. They're like disguising it. I don't know how to explain this energy. Their intentions here are the Hermit. Their intentions are to put a pause on things. They need to do some soul searching at the moment. I feel like they are confused and they need to get their shit together and get their mind together and really figure out what they want to do moving forward. And because of that, you might hear from them soon, them saying, I want to take a pause in the relationship, or I just need some space to really think things through and think what I need to do for myself right now. They're confused. I don't know what this person's doing. Okay. 3 of Wands, 6 of Cups, and the Temperance card. This is how they think of you and how they see you. They see you first and foremost as someone who is very dear to them. That's the 6 of Cups. They see you as someone also who is very patient. That's maybe why they feel like they can kind of run things around you right now. You're very patient and steadfast. And I'm not sure if you're waiting for them to be honest with you about something. I'm not sure. They see you as a very healing energy. And that's why you feel dear to them. They feel very close to you. You could know them from childhood. You could know them from you could have known them for a long time. Like from childhood, or you could have kids together. And because of that, they feel very dear to you and you feel dear to them. Their obstacle right now is the Strength card. They are struggling to find the patience and the courage here that they need. The Strength card is endurance, so they're struggling to endure. They're struggling to feel brave. Maybe they want to say something to you, but they do not have the bravery to say it. They might be burying their head in the sand a little bit right now. Now, the outcome for your relationship, if things keep moving the way they are, you've got the Chariot, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 5 of Cups. Some shoe is going to drop, and this shoe that drops is karmic. It is not avoidable. The Wheel of Fortune tells you here, this is just the natural cycle of what is supposed to happen here. The universe will ensure that it happens. And the Wheel of Fortune also tells us it is the closing of a cycle and the opening of another. And this is divine timing. This is all happening on divine timing. You've got the World, the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune. There is a chapter closing, and you are trying to open another one. Now I see you here, the Chariot. You're pushing forward. You are pushing forward like, you know what? I gotta move on. I got a lot of energy. There's somebody here very driven, and perhaps somebody who almost like wants to override the natural divine succession of things. You might be like, no, I want my agenda. I want this relationship. This also might be this other person. They might be saying, you know what? No, I want my agenda. I want what I want. I'm going to try to keep barreling forward with that. Well, if either of you do that, you're going to come up against a wall. One of you is the 5 of Cups here. It's difficult feelings. It's very much like this orphaned card. It's feeling like things, didn't work out. And the good thing about this card, though, is that you can see there are still 2 cups standing over here. 3 cups have fallen, and this person is upset about the 3 cups that have fallen. But there's 2 perfectly good cups over here. And the thing about these cups that have fallen, 2 of them, I'm not sure if you can see the colors, 2 of them didn't even have water in them. Only 1 of them had water. 2 of them have wine. So they didn't even have what this person thought they had. And that's the thing about this card. This card always tells us there's always something good on the other side. But the reason something like this doesn't work out, it's because it wasn't what you thought it was, and it wasn't what was right for you. I do want to clarify a few things here. I want to clarify, this new chapter that's opening up for your love life, this new cycle. What is this new chapter opening up for Geminis here? Thank you. What is this new chapter that's opening up for them? Okay, you got here and now and flexible and Treasure Island on the bottom. It's about being patient for good things to come in now because, this relationship, you're going to need some healing time. You're going to need some time to readjust, I feel like. You're going to need some time to adjust emotionally with things now moving forward. And this here and now card tells us to stay in the present. So you're going to be very mindful, very intentional moving forward. Perhaps in your relationships moving forward, you're going to be a lot more present, very aware, of what's going on in the moment, what people are saying to you, reading between those lines. Yeah, Gemini, that is all I have for you today. This was a crazy reading. It was quite the roller coaster. I'm not going to lie to you. Not all my readings go like this. But I'm wishing you the best of luck. I feel like you are very aware of what's going on and you're taking action, proactive action towards something that is better for you. And I love to see that. So I will see you next time for the March general readings. If you resonated with this reading, please consider liking the video or subscribing to my channel or leaving a comment. Any love at all is appreciated over here. Okay, I will see you next time. Have a lovely rest of your February and take good care. Okay, Geminis, if you are here, that means that you are currently single. So without further ado, let's just get right into the reading. We're going to take a look at some broader themes and then get into the details and the nitty-gritty as we move through the reading. I've already pulled your cards, as you can probably see. There's just a lot of cards in this spread, so it would have been a long time. It would have been boring for you for me to pull them while filming, so I just went ahead and did this just before. Right now, in your love life, you are trying to get into the flow. You are trying to just trust in what is ever to happen for you. Whatever is good, you're saying, you know what? I trust that the universe has my back. I'm going to be discerning. I'm going to trust myself, but also I'm going to trust the universe and trust the process because you've got serendipity here and you've also got deep knowing. Serendipity is about luck. It's also about surrendering to the cycle of things and surrendering to the good fortune and opportunities that do come your way in the future. You're keeping an optimistic outlook, or you're trying to at least. And with the deep knowing card, you're trying to get to know yourself better at this time. You're trying to tap into your intuition. You could be receiving downloads or just feeling really calm, very connected to yourself, and very connected to your inner wisdom. Also, sorry for any noise you might hear. One of my cats is playing with her toy, so you might hear some of that in the background. Now, your lesson for right now in your singlehood, you've got number 6, Keeper of Whimsy, and number 40, Keeper of Innocence. And this Keeper of Innocence card also came out for Geminis who are currently in relationships as well. So this card really speaks to being gentle with yourself. It speaks to looking at yourself in a very compassionate, gentle way. Understanding that any mistakes you have made in the past, it is okay to forgive yourself now. If you are making any mistakes right now, it's okay to forgive yourself right now. This is all about self-forgiveness. This is all about understanding that shit happens. You are no less. You are no less deserving of love, of true belonging and true honesty in relationships. You deserve it all. And that's your lesson to learn right now in your singlehood. And this Keeper of Whimsy card, you're trying to learn how to live a little, how to be a little bit more forgiving with yourself and not be so serious when it comes to love. Maybe you're trying to get off the dating apps and you're just saying, you know what? Oh my God, I'm just going to go out and do whatever I want. I'm just going to go out and go have fun. I'm going to go out with my friends. I'm going to go see a concert. I'm going to do this, that, and the third. I'm going to try to romanticize my life a little bit more and make it more about me. It needs to be more about you right now, Gemini. And that's wonderful. I love that for you, okay? And I think that everybody could use a little bit of selfishness when it comes to singlehood, because singlehood is such a special time where you can really just open things up for yourself and learn so much about yourself. And so that's what you're doing. You're trying to take on a lighter energy when it comes to love. And you've got the memory card in your advice. So actually this might be helpful for you when it comes to your love life, is tapping into the lessons you've learned in the past. And also there might be some people from your past who have taught you a lot. So try to tap into those lessons that you've learned. This card also speaks to ancestors. It speaks to chosen family and people we have lost, but also people who are still here with us. We just don't have very much connection with at the moment. This card is telling you to reach out to people who maybe you've lost connection to and are very dear to you. Reach out to your family, chosen family. Reach out to your friends. Reach out to your mentors. But also, if you're somebody who has people in your life who have passed on and passed away, it might be really nice for you to get back in touch with them in a different way. So like setting up a shrine for them, having photos of them up in a part of your house where you can go and kind of just talk to them, even though they're not here. It's just a nice little way to honor them, honoring them on their birthdays, things like that. Now, you are showing up right now in your love life as the Magician and the Nine of Swords. You are trying to start anew. I feel like you are on this new journey. You have all this potential. That's what the Magician tells me. And you are taking a more selfish approach to things right now in a good way. The Magician has all of the power to create their path forward. It's really just all about the choice. The Magician has not yet made the choice of which path they want to take. Do they want to use wands? Do they want to go down the path of pentacles? Do they want to focus on their career, or do they want to focus on love? Do they want to focus on family? You are accessing a very powerful energy right now. You're showing up incredibly powerful and willful and skilled. You're still a little bit stressed though. And it could be that you're stressed about perhaps a path to take when it comes to love. You might not know whether or not people coming into your life at this moment are right for you. You might feel a little bit stressed out, anxious, depressed even. My guides just let me know about things in the past that have happened with people, or moving forward. They're letting me know how you show up in relationships. Like you are kind of stressed out about how you can change how you show up, and maybe that will change how people treat you. Okay, that's coming through. So yeah, but there is some sleepless nights here, literally or metaphorically, attached to your love life for you at the moment. Your outlook on love, you've got the King of Pentacles. You look for something that's very stable and secure. You look to build with somebody, and you look for somebody who is perhaps an earth sign, so a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Those are like the energies that you might feel like you are very attracted to romantically. You also could look for people who are more masculine, people who are very down to earth, rooted. They're very attached to their success. They're very successful people, typically successful financially, but not only that, like with their own goals. They really work hard. And it's somebody who's very honest, respectful, who's, gonna keep it real with you, gonna not tell you lies or anything like that. And I like to see that because what you bring to a relationship is the Queen of Pentacles. You bring the same energy as the person you are looking for. So you're really actually looking for somebody who's like you. You bring a dedication and a commitment to the people you love. You're very focused on your home, career, family, friends. You are down to earth. You're very practical. You're very practical about love. And when it comes to love, you might not be very invested in the emotions of love. You might be more invested in like the practicalities of love, okay? And you're looking for somebody who kind of matches you on that level. Now, what you crave in a relationship, I do see that you crave somebody who is very swift in their decision making. You, first of all, have the Lover's card. So you're looking for your divine match. You're looking for somebody who is your person. You're not really here to fuck around anymore. You're kind of like, I'm over it. And the Lover's card and the Two of Cups have been coming up a lot in these love readings currently. And so have the Pentacles, which tells me that there are a lot of people right now who are really focusing on the practicalities of love, which makes a lot of sense because, at least in the United States, things are going on where the economy is experiencing a lot of inflation and fluctuations, and there's a lot of uncertainties going on. So it could feel like people are just focusing on that, like how moving forward can I create a stable environment for my relationships. You got the Two of Wands and the Knight of Swords here. You look for somebody who is very communicative as well. Somebody who is going to be very straight up and honest with you. And also somebody who is very quick moving in relationships, which is funny because the King of Pentacles here does not move quickly in relationships at all. Very slowly, actually. Very slowly. Whereas here, you're like, yeah, I need somebody to make a decision and make it quick about me. I need somebody who is decisive in general, who is fun, who can, bring the conversation and the wit. And Geminis, you have a lot of that yourself, so I understand why you would want somebody to kind of match you on that level too. How you can better love yourself at this moment, you've got the World's card. There's something that your guides want you to close up and get moving on. A cycle, a habit, a pattern, a person maybe that keeps showing up. There is some kind of chapter here that your guides are like, okay, yeah, let's wrap it up now. It's time to move on and move forward. Also, if you are somebody who likes to travel, this is a card that is letting you know, go travel in your singlehood and have fun with it. So that's what's coming through with this card. Definitely, if there is some kind of repetitive thing happening for you in love, if there is some kind of, I don't know, if there's somebody that maybe you recently broke up with or somebody from your past who you felt hung up on, your guides really want you to close that out. They really want you to embody this magician energy that's here for you, this new, moving forward with the new and just kind of letting go of all that other shit from the past. Now, in how you can better show up in your future relationships, you've got the Seven of Cups and the Queen of Swords. First of all, with the Seven of Cups, this card tells you that people might show up with illusion. They might show up telling you that they, want one thing out of a relationship and really they want another thing. This Queen of Swords tells you to cut through those illusions that people bring in love, cut through those words, those false words perhaps, and do it with a discerning eye. The Queen of Swords is extremely discerning. She's a really no bullshit kind of person, and that's how your guides want you to be when it comes to love. When you meet somebody, ask them the right questions, and if there are any red flags at all, the Queen of Swords would be like, yeah, no. Not happening. Not on my watch. Because I've dealt with some shit. I've dealt with it. I've gone through it. I don't need it again. So be very discerning and make sure that you listen to what people are saying, because the Seven of Cups here, the cups are emotions. And this means that when people come to you, they might be playing on your emotions a little bit, and they might be trying to say the right thing. So just be aware of that. Be aware of that and be very smart when it comes to love. Now, numerically, I asked for the number of months that you can expect to meet a next romantic partner, potentially. I always say potentially, because at the end of the day, it is always up to you whether or not you want to pursue something with somebody. I'm never going to say this is, boom, the person for you. It's up to you because, you have to be ready. So 7 months, I got the 7 of Wands. 7 months is when you can expect to meet a potential romantic partner who is new. I don't feel like there's somebody from your past. They're definitely going to be somebody who's new, who you don't know. 7 months, it might sound like a long time, and I'm sorry that I couldn't get anything sooner than that, Gemini. But 7 months, I feel like gives you a good amount of time to travel, to get to know yourself better, to incorporate some more fun and whimsy into your life. Okay, that is all I have for you today, Geminis. I hope this was helpful, and if it was, please consider liking the video or subscribing to my channel, or leaving a comment. I also love to read comments. I appreciate y'all so much, and I will see you next time for the March general readings. Take good care in the meantime.